Welcome back everyone, my name is LastKnownMeal and today we're going to talk about an upcoming RPG from Spider Studio called GreedFall. Now, about a week ago I've made a video about GreedFall, and since you really liked it, I decided to team up with another YouTuber called Tekoa. We're going to tell you all the things we would like to see in the upcoming RPG that shows real promise, so let's start. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about are quests, because quests are an essential part of an RPG, but making them memorable is not easy, since you can turn a simple fetch quest that everyone forgets about into a story and character-driven scenario where you remember that quest for quite some time, and finishing the same is an amazing feeling. One of the examples is the Bloody Baron quest from The Witcher 3. That quest is a textbook example of creating an amazing side story. Honestly, from all the side stories in The Witcher 3, that one really stayed with me even to this day, and I believe that the difference between a good RPG and an amazing RPG is how well it's written and how much does one pay attention to detail and suspense. And I believe that GreedFall could achieve that, and making quests like that is definitely a step in the right direction.
Thing is, can I trust you? What guarantees do I have?
None whatsoever. Only my word.
You know, there's more to a game world than just some high-res textures and an expansive world. I mean, look at games like Elder Scrolls or The Witcher, or even games like Battlefield, and try to imagine it without any environmental sounds at all. Do you see what happens? It makes the world sound a lot more boring. So what really makes those worlds come to life is the atmosphere behind it. With an island as rich with mystery as GreedFall is, exploring the world should come with a feeling of true involvement with the world and its people. Because nothing gets you more immersed in an RPG than the feeling of culture and distinction within the world itself. Regardless of how subtle it is, it really can make a game. Just take the Stalker series for example. That is one of the most atmospheric games I've ever played, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me. It has you on edge nearly 100% of the time, and you can hear all these different monsters and all these different environmental sounds in the background, from like creaking buildings and the wind blowing through trees. So having that level of atmospheric immersion is something that I'd really like to see in GreedFall.
Now, this next bit is more of a personal wish rather than a general one, since I was always amazed by the faction system in Gothic franchise from Piranha Bytes. In that game, you needed to join a faction to progress through the game, and just being accepted and moving up through the ranks was fulfilling, and somehow when you put all of this hard work into joining one, you feel like your faction has more depth to it. You agree with their beliefs and ways, and that makes an impact to your character and the story itself. Now, since GreedFall is going to have factions, and besides that combat part is going to have diplomacy as well, I would implement those factions to serve the story and the world a lot more. Maybe not joining them, but even helping them could be fulfilling, because I don't want those factions to be just another thing in the story, just like a generic faction we don't care about, because implementing depth to them, story and history, could increase the length and the depth of this game.
With the wave of settlers moving to GreedFall to explore and pursue new opportunities, it seems fairly obvious that they'd want to be self-sustaining and live off the land. We've actually seen many games do this, but to what extent? Take games like Red Dead or Assassin's Creed for example. When you venture out into the wild, there are of course plenty of animals. Hunting and harvesting these animals gave you an opportunity to make money, be it a small amount. But you know, if GreedFall were to include a deep economy system, then you never know. Hunting could very well be a big moneymaker. Now, the hunting doesn't have to be all about burning down an entire forest to find little Bambi. We've seen in the trailer that one of these European settlers was hunting down what looked like to be an actual person, likely from the local tribes inhabiting GreedFall. So who knows? Maybe hunting these fellows could make you some bank. That is, if you are a ridiculously evil person. Now, an immediate example that I could give you is if you kill that thing that you see in the trailer, that fiend-looking thing, and you take its antlers, and you take it to some trader, and you sell it, then there you go. Buckets of gold.
For me, alchemy is a huge part of every RPG. Collecting herbs and mixing all kinds of potions for your benefit was always a side thing for me in every RPG, from making poisons to coat your arrows and blades, to making potions for mana and health, and also the other buffs that could help in a fight. Now, GreedFall is going to be an open world game, so it would be nice if it included alchemy as a side thing. It's not much, but it could help expand the depth of the game and the character build as well. So those were the 5 things we would like to see in GreedFall. Click here to learn about 5 more things we would like to see in this game. I want to thank the co-op for collaborating on this video, and don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button down below. LastKnownMeal signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.